if I might, afterwards he gives a little press conference.
Yep.
Saw somewhere out on the steps of the federal building there, and he says, well, I was in the same building and I heard she was giving a press conference, and since I'm not getting any information, I thought I would go and listen to see if I could pick up a few clues here. But did that look like a guy that walked into a room to quietly listen?
No.
Maybe stand against the wall, wave to her afterwards and said, madam, can I get a moment of your time kind of thing?
No.
So I'm not buying
and to
it.
your point, it is well within the realm of possibility, given the era that we're in right now, that the left is willing and able at the drop of a hat to use violence to push their ideological agenda. It is not safe to assume that conservatives necessarily are going to do that, but today's left, BLM, the sort of riot, the anti-ICE riots now, the threats against the president, the constant threats online against people in this administration, it is not unreasonable to assume that somebody busting in to take out the Secretary of Homeland Security is going to try to propagate violence.
Yeah, so NBC News went on to say President Donald Trump's immigration policies and the administration's handling of demonstrations against those policies have sparked an outcry in recent days. After protesters clashed with officers from Immigration and Customs Enforcement in Los Angeles on Friday, the president deployed members of the National Guard and later Marines to assist local law enforcement. Dozens of demonstrations have taken place across the country in the days that followed. Speaking to reporters later Thursday, Padilla said that he was receiving a briefing from military officials when he learned Noam was in the same building and decided to join her briefing.
Oh, of course. So this is a grandstanding Democratic senator who's like, wait a second, I could go viral here. I'm going to go do something stupid. Mm-hmm. And I mean, mission accomplished in a way. He did do something stupid.
Yeah, I mean,
talking about him.
I mean, I don't know that I consider it stupid. I think it's pretty predictable, and also, it's emblematic of the times that we live in, where everyone wants that viral clip.
Totally. Look at the bad journalism there.
Pardon me?
Look at the bad journalism. Padilla said he was receiving a briefing from military officials. Okay, he wanted answers. He's talking to the military. When he learned Noam was in the same building and decided to join her briefing. I was there peacefully, he said. Mm-hmm. I didn't see that on the clip.
Yeah, I mean, he was definitely trying to use, throw his weight around.
It's bullshit.
The first union address that Trump gave, and who was it that started yelling and causing a huge scene in the
I don't know who it was, but that's actually happened more time than once.
Oh, you're talking about the State of the Union?
Congressman Kane, the guy with the cane.
With the cane, he was shaking the cane. Yes, Green.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Exactly
Al Green.
He disrupted an
the
official
hysterics and the melodrama.
Totally
and he
man
was
can
given
sing.
way too many chances before getting thrown out of there.
Totally right. Totally right.
Yeah, I mean, and it does show that the reaction by Speaker Johnson to not actually do anything was definitely, kind of left a bad taste in my mouth because
Against Green?
Yeah.
Well, he was eventually. I mean, it led to Mary's point. I mean, he went for way too long, but I think he was eventually.
Well, they adjourned. Yeah, they adjourned because he wouldn't shut up.
Well, all I could tell you is, as a swing voter in a swing state, me, this ain't doing it for me. It's not. This is the strategy. I can't. I used to never belong to the Democratic Party, but when you're from Detroit, that's how you think.
Sure.
I never moved. Where did these people go? I love this country.
Well, that's the thing nowadays, at least presently, the people that are protesting and rioting, they're not Democrats that love this country. They're progressives that see only the flaws in the United States.
Does that shit looks like progress to you, man?
No, not
How
at
do you
all.
get to be called a progressive?
Of course not.
When it's burning up.
Yeah, it's they believe that the destruction of the existing system is necessary for the new system to exist.
That's right.
But I think we're going to we got some breaking news right now. Nick Sorter is reporting that explosions are heard in Tehran, Iran, per Wall Street Journal. Nick says, it seems it has begun. Pray for America, pray for our troops, which is great. I love the sentiment, but this should not be the United States carrying out these attacks. And if I understand correctly, it is not the United States. So
What's good old Nick reporting, or is he reporting somebody else's reporting?
I think he's reporting someone else's
Which
report.
I stay away from it because I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
Now, this guy's saying is Israel attacks Iran?
Yeah, Israel attacks Iran. Visuals from Tehran. We've got some video here.
Yeah.
What's up? Oh, okay. All right. So,
Well, that could have been from the last time.
yeah,
I'm
mean,
gonna keep calm. I don't know any. I'm gonna keep calm. I'm gonna wait.
well, I mean, there's
No,
But
we're
it
all
is
gonna
a-
die.
eventually.
That is true.
Sorry, I'm laughing at. I don't
Yeah,
know
look,
what's really going on.
I hope that I mean, I'll withhold judgment until we see what's going on. But I hope that the United States doesn't get plunged into another Mideast war. I mean, I went to Afghanistan as a Marine. I remember, 9/11 happened when I was a freshman in high school, and it shaped like that whole teen and 20 years. And I went to Afghanistan. I remember totally sold on the mission. We got to go get the bad guys. They're going to come here to get us. I mean, it was a true believer. And then you get to Afghanistan and you're like, oh my gosh, this is never going to be, it doesn't matter how many, Dari or Pashtun constitutions we print. This ain't going to stick. It ain't going to take root. And I hope that.
I went to Iraq, dude, and it was with the Marines, 24th. There ain't no weapons of mass destruction here. Hey, Colonel, there's no weapons here. We've been told we're here to impart democracy. I'm like, oh no.
You can't make people want something. It's the whole you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
Well, you better get it right before you start sending my brother over here. You see what I'm saying?
I completely agree with you. But that was the failing of the the first 10 years of this century. The Bush administration's assertions that actually they're just like us and we can just show them democracy and they will obviously decide that they want Jeffersonian Republican government. And
That's crazy. I'm not even fully convinced I want those.
Yeah, right.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.